Hello, great people. The Senate and House of Representatives has approved the state of emergency that was declared on Rivers State by President Bola Tinubu. If you are sleeping, this is the time to wake up, because I bring you the backroom politics of what led to the ratification of the state of emergency. What went down behind the scene? Did money exchange hands? How much exchange hands? Where did the transaction, the exchange of money, took place? What was the circumstance that led to it? Who provided the funds? Sit back, relax while I bring it to you on this episode of Politing with Dr. Omosoladeji. Shout out to Sowore and his team. Now, let me review what happened to you. Those senators that you saw on the floor, the member of House of Rep that you saw, you would just think that maybe they are just acting because they are convinced. No, a lot of things allegedly went down behind the scene, and the information is that Bola Tinubu, the president, allegedly informed Nyesom Wike before the state of emergency was declared that Nyesom Wike should allegedly make the grounds available, as reported by Sahara reporters and their team, that the president has hinted Nyesom Wike that to facilitate, to make the grounds available for the declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State. So therefore, one should not be surprised when the picture of the sole administrator was flying around, and the picture of him and Nyesom Wike was flying all over the social media. So one should not be surprised. Now, the president told Nyesom Wike to facilitate the declaration of a state of emergency, and that is why you may have seen the picture that Akpabio met with Nyesom Wike after meeting with the president. And according to the Sahara team, Nyesom Wike allegedly provided $3 million to settle the senators. $3 million was allegedly provided to settle the senators, and each senator, according to the Sahara team, collected $10,000, some collected $5,000. So now you may want to help me with a calculator, and I look forward to it in the comment section, because I want to put it in the calculator. I want to calculate it before making this video, but it escaped my mind. So do well to help me in the comment section. Now, $10,000 for ranking senators, and there were some senators that allegedly collected $5,000. Where did they collect the money? They allegedly collected it at Senate President Godswill Akpabio guest house, located at number 22 Yedseram Street, Maitama, Abuja. Number 22 Yedseram Street, Maitama, Abuja. That was where the money was allegedly being shared to the senators. Now, how many senators got $10,000? How many senators got $5,000? According to a report, 42 senators, 42 got $10,000 each. 42 senators got $10,000. So $10,000 should be about 16 million naira. Yes, 16 million. It should be about 16 million naira, or between 15 to 16 million naira, depending on the amount you peg as exchange rate. So each senator collected, okay, let us make it 15.5 million to be on the average. Each senator, 42 of them collected 15.5 million naira. If you want to look at it, some of these senators are big boys. What is 15.5 million naira for you to sell your conscience, for you to work against your party? Don't forget that Siminalayi Fubara is of the People's Democratic Party. APC senators collected money. PDP senators collected money. The worst one is that of the Labour Party senators, which I'm coming to, and you will be shocked to the bone. Now, 45 senators allegedly collected $5,000 each. So 42 senators got $10,000 each. 45 senators allegedly got $5,000 each. Now, who coordinated this thing? According to the Sahara team, who coordinated the distribution of this money? Now, let me first tell you how the senators were lured to allegedly come and receive the money. The Senate President Godswill Akpabio said that allegedly said some senators should come for iftar. Iftar is the breaking of fast. So when people got there, they were blessed with prayer. You know that when Godswill Akpabio, when they were going on recess some time ago, he said, we've sent prayer to your mailbox. So that prayer Yeah, I think in the Senate, the code name for money is prayer. So when they got to the iftar, they rub hands with each other and all that. Now, the coordinator of the distribution was allegedly Senator Victor Umeh and Senator Neda Imasuen of the Labour Party. You see what I'm saying? Now, you would think that Labour Party senators, like, they are not corrupt, they are good guys, they are saints, maybe because of the Peter Obi effect. You lie. Most of the senators only use the political tsunami of Peter Obi to gain power. Now, Victor Umeh, you will know him. He was one of the coordinators, and Neda Imasuen, the senator that was barred from the US, the lawyer senator that sat as the chairman of the Senate Ethics Committee that suspended Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. He was one of the senators that coordinated, the whole, distribution and all that, according to the Sahara team. So you can see that Labour Party is not left behind. And according to the Sahara team report, Nyesom Wike allegedly provided $3 million to the Nigerian Senate. Now, let us look at something. You could see that if for Wike to know before the state of emergency was declared, that means that the president wants to indirectly put Rivers back in the hands of Nyesom Wike. And the president wants to, by fire by force, remove the hands of Fubara from Rivers State. And for such money to be provided, it shows that Nyesom Wike will have some control over what goes on in Rivers State directly on or indirectly. So that's why you will see that it is the Fubara camp that is at a loss. It is the Fubara camp that is crying. It is the Fubara camp that has no money, no power, no position, no influence. But the Wike camp, nothing has been done to them. Rather, the Attorney General rose to the defense of Wike, that Wike does not know anything about this thing. With profound respect to our elder brother, Lateef Fagbemi, saying that, yes, so he absolved Nyesom Wike that everybody knows that is the grand architect of the crisis in Rivers State, haven't tried to be a godfather to lord himself over the state and the governor, Siminalayi Fubara. But the Attorney General, Bola Tinubu, absorbed him. So, is it that they are kind of like obeying the Supreme Court judgment by their own means? Because the Supreme Court judgment literally handed over the state to Nyesom Wike. But they know that if they remove Fubara, definitely there will be crisis in the state. So they just bring the state of emergency, and before you know it, Fubara is gone. Now, let us dissect some issues as regards the alleged bribe of senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria with $10,000 each and $5,000 each, depending on how ranking you are as a senator. First, this kind of action is what makes foreign exchange to be expensive. When you go to the Aboki, you hear, dollar, now so something, pounds, now so amount, euro, wallahi, it don't cost. These are some of the things. And it is shameful if true that the senators truly collected the bribe, because you should be ashamed of yourself as a senator if you are within the territory of your country and you are presiding over a money that is so devalued that you can't even use it to bribe yourself. The naira has become so devalued that you guys can't even be carrying naira all over the place. So you guys allegedly change it to dollars. And that is why politicians are part of the people that is making dollar to be expensive, because imagine $3 million. So if you mop up $3 million from the foreign exchange market in Nigeria, that means that there will be scarcity of dollar. And according to elementary economics, see, if there's scarcity of dollar, definitely the price of dollar would go up. So you can see the way the handwriting of your politicians in the scarcity of dollar in Nigeria. And another thing is that you being bribed against your own party. You can see the level of integrity of senators in Nigeria, that the senators from the PDP, instead of them to kind of like say no, instead of them to stand with Fubara to defend the mandate of PDP in Rivers State, so that PDP will not go into the hands of the military or in the hands of another party, they join them in collecting the funds. So it shows that all man for himself. So in that kind of instance, is it that the PDP, because every one of them bribed, If Atiku were to be president, he will bribe. If Peter Obi were to be president, he will also bribe. He has no choice because that is the option that they are left with. If not, these guys, to use street balance, they go match your face. Now, bribed against your own party. So why can't PDP provide the fund if the Senate and Wike are allegedly providing $13,000? Does PDP not have dollars? Does PDP not have governors that can, fight the battle, money for money, strength for strength, at least pull some effect, since you know that your senators are the type that cannot do without dollars? Now, shout out to Senator Seriake Dixon of Bayelsa State. He made some effort. He appeared on Arise News to make some, to kind of like protest against the declaration of state of emergency in Rivers State. But Seriake Dixon himself need not to fight that battle, in the sense that the people that are there, they are the one that will lose most, because Seriake Dixon can no longer be a governor in Nigeria. He's a two-term governor, a former governor of Bayelsa State. So there are some senators there now that they want to become governor in the future. Somebody like the Senate majority leader of the Senate, Senator Okoyemi Bamidele, who allegedly has a governorship ambition. Now, this is where it becomes a problem. Today, the Senator Okoyemi Bamidele has a president that he likes, that it is his, that is in his political clique. Now, if the president will leave, another party may come in. It may be that time that Okoyemi Bamidele would now have opportunity to become the governor of Ekiti State. When he becomes that governor, a bad precedent has been set. It may be the president at the time that will now invoke a state of emergency in Ekiti State and flush out Okoyemi Bamidele, who have struggled all his life, who has built a political career to become a governor. By that time, Okoyemi Bamidele, who happens to be the leader of the Senate now, in the caucus of the people orchestrating this thing, will now be biting his fingers. And that is why it is always good to be on the side of truth, to be on the side of transparency, because nobody knows tomorrow. Dino Melaye was in the Buhari camp before. If you had joined them to entrench illegality, that is how he would have found himself away from the Buhari camp. Obaseki is a traditional APC guy, former governor of Edo State. He never knew that he would decamp from the APC, but life happened to him. He found himself in the PDP. If he had joined the APC at that time to entrench illegality, to entrench impunity, that is how he would have found himself in PDP. Also, Monday Okpebolo, the current governor of Edo State now, he was a senator before becoming a governor. So if he had joined them to perpetrate impunity, illegality, that is how he will become a governor. And at the end of the day, if power change hands, maybe in 2027 or 2030, or if it is 2031, it may not be affected. But if it is 2027, then another president can come in. There will be one or two political crises in Edo State, and the president will just decide that he wants to sack Monday Okpebolo. So what goes around comes around. But what I can tell you is, do not fight your neighbor. If you fight your neighbor, with profound respect to you, because of politics, because of these guys, whether it is Atiku, whether it is Tinubu, whether it is Peter Obi, then you need to go for serious medical checkup and serious deliverance from 7 mountains and 7 seas, because as you are fighting yourself, the people that you guys are fighting yourself for, they are aligning. They are kind of like enjoying themselves. They are making things happen for themselves. In all of this, the person that is at the losing end is Siminalayi Fubara, and I hope that God can console him. It's been an interesting time with on this episode of Politics with Dr. Omosoladeji. Do well to subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past videos. I have great interesting videos coming your way. See you in my next video. I love you all, sincere.